I'm gonna start making a game called Space Bastards. I'm gonna do it all in one sitting. I had this idea earlier. I already have a system made. This is gonna be a separate system from that. So the name of this game is gonna be Space Bastards. The whole idea behind it is gonna be you work for a company that where you will be cleaning out abandoned spaceships, stuff like that. Basically jobs where you could get killed. Being a repo man, things like that, right? I want it to be a fast game as far as combat goes. I want it to be easy where you can put everything if you write it by hand on a 3x5 card. Where the stats and stuff aren't, crazy, where it's not a lot of number crunching as well. So what the plan is for this is for it to be a 2 dice system. Now, with the other ones that I've done, they're just straight D6. This is going to be a D20 and a D6. A D20 to hit and a D6 for damage, okay? And it's going to be a roll under system. So this is stuff that, like I said, I just came up with this earlier today. And some ideas kind of flooded in because I want to do something a little bit different than what I have. With Fantasies of Doom, when I made that, I wanted to make everything playable. So anything that you come up with in that game, you can play as a character. In this one, it's not going to be necessarily like that. All right. So let's get right into it. What are the stats going to be? Health, of course, right? That's given. So, precision, okay, that can cover, shots and stuff like that in combat. Also, fixing things, taking things apart, things of that nature. So, okay, that works. And then strength, being able to move things like that. Yeah, I'm not going to put stamina in this. We're going to keep it at 3. So, since I know it's already been, 3 minutes, we are already at the point where we're getting the house put together. What's up, G-Bear? So, for the health, starting health, it's going to be 6 plus 1d6. So, like I said, in this one, people might be running multiple characters because some are going to die. That's just the way that this game is going to be set up. The hit points are not going to be high or anything else. So, all right. Like I said, so this is going to be kind of dungeon crawler. It's going to be set in place. I don't do any political stuff on here, so yeah. No political. All right. So like I said, this is gonna be one that's gonna be kind of dungeon crawl. It's set in space. The whole premise is you work for a company that hires you out to do things like, clean out abandoned spaceships, stuff like that. And, just basically any job that can get you killed. So, it's going to be D20 to hit and D6 to do damage. The 3 stats are health, precision, and strength. So that's going to be the only stats for the game. Cool, Jong. Thank you. I'm just showing everyone that you can do this stuff, right? So, starting health, when you roll up a character, is going to be 6 plus 1d6. So that means your maximum starting health is going to be 12, right? Which is fine. Like I said, this is going to be one where you're probably going to be running multiple characters. Now, that we got that kind of set up, let's move on to races real quick. If you have a question, I might be able to answer it. Cool, Caden. What I do on this channel is basically let people know you can make whatever art you want. So, with races, we're going to start with human, right? Because humans are always in games. So, what are going to be the pluses for humans? What's going to be anything special about them? Now, because I already have another one in mind, another character in mind, to be able to choose from, I'm going to say that it has bad low light vision, okay? Which is fine. But it's also able to hide, right? Which sounds like it's weird just to put able to hide in a game, but we're going to be making two different races at the same time right now. So we have that one, and then we're going to have this alien race, right? Which I'm getting part of the inspiration from a character out of this, which is a giant eyeball for a head, right? So I'm going to do that, but it's going to be a giant glowing eyeball. So that's what these aliens are going to be. So I'm just going to call it glowing eyeball alien, which has no ability to hide, as you can tell. But the trade-off with the glowing eyeball alien is going to be that, like I said, in this game, there's 3 stats. There is health, precision, and strength. So it's going to help with its precision while shooting. So if you want a sniper or something like that, this is going to be a good option for you. Is what it kind of seems like. We'll see how it turns out. But so no ability to hide, but it, like I said, the precision goes up. So we're going to say, since this is roll under, -3 precision on ranged attacks. Okay, so far, like I said, with this game, I want to make it real simple. So the stats are health, precision, and strength. The humans right now just made them, right? And the eyeball monsters just made, well, not eyeball monsters, but going eyeball, eyeball aliens. The humans have low light, bad low light vision, but they can see. It's not like they're completely blind in it. So whoever's running it can rule it. But they're also able to hide. Like I said, not normally a thing that you mentioned. And then no ability to hide for local and eyeballs, as there should be. And okay, -3 precision, which it's a roll under, so that means that they're more likely to hit. Which I think is fair. We will make them a medium size. So bigger than a human, but not something completely massive. We'll have the human size be small, and there will be some super small stuff in this game too, as far as stuff that you fight, all that. Okay, so I want to do 3 options as far as races you can choose from. We have 1 human, 1 alien, and this game is going to get weird too. So it's going to have all kinds of different stuff in here. Why not? base one off Frankenstein. So basically a tank, right? I'm just gonna write Franken alien, right? Don't have a better name right now, but that's all right. So for this particular one, it's going to be slower when moving, but strong because it's going to be kind of a tank, right? So let's say slow movement. Okay, but double dice roll while rolling health. So, like I said, basically a tank. So far, none of these things might seem that big, but we there's already 3 races with real basics to them, right? A dice system. Now we'll get to weapons real quick, right? Because once you have that out of the way, the stuff just kind of comes easy, in my opinion. So we'll do weapons real quick. Laser pistol. So this will have an effect as well. So it will be 1d6 because that's what everything in this game is as far as damage. But will be can cut through metal. And also on top of that, it can cut off body parts. But you will not bleed out if you get hit. So okay, so got one gun, which is good. Always need that option. And now what's next? So we got that. Pipe wrench. That will work. And then that's good for one bludgeon. What's the other bludgeon that I'm looking for? Crowbar. Okay, you can only throw these, what? I'll say pipe wrench. We'll go 10 feet. Right? For throwing a pipe wrench, that seems about right. Crowbar. That's going to be what? 6? No crowbar. Because of how it's built. We'll go. We'll just go 15 feet on that. And then the damage is going to be 1d6. Yeah, that'd be 1d6 plus 2, and the crowbar will be 1d6 plus 1. Actually, pipe wrench will make plus 3. We'll make that a big weapon, because right now I'm not making a lot of weapons on here. We'll go plus 2 for the crowbar. So, what's already been done is there are 3 different races. There is the way that Health has came up with. There are 3 weapons that I'm going to check right now to make sure that it's okay, because do I want to do that right now? Do I want to change up something real quick? Is it going to be too big of a problem? Ah, 6 HP plus 2d6. There we go. That will do it. So, this way, maybe 3 hits, depending. Like I said, combat's going to be quick, but I'm not going to try and make it too quick. So, the HP is going to be 6 HP plus 2d6. So, the laser pistol is going to do 1d6, but it can cut through metal, can cut off body parts, stuff like that. It is a fatal weapon, right? And then if people do call shots and all that, and the person running the game allows that, guess what? It's going to be more fatal because you can do heart shots, all that. You get what I'm saying. So, all right, got the pipe wrench, got the crowbar. What might they carry that could be some kind of bladed weapon? Because if they're just, taking apart ships, stuff like that, they aren't necessarily going to need to carry a blade on them. So, that's a tough one. I'm not going to have bladed weapons on this. I should have bladed weapons on this. So, yeah. We'll just put small blades, right? Because that's part of what's going to be dealt with. And then after this, we'll knock out some enemies and see what we can get going. So, go small blade. As far as damage, we'll have it be a little less, so it will be half of a d6 rounded up, right? What I mean is, if you roll 1, you still get a 1, but yeah, so rounded up will work. That's going to be enough to test things out. So, now let's get some enemies out there real quick. Not face huggers, but okay. Leechers, that's what we'll call them, because they're like leeches. So we'll make these very small. They latch on. They can jump 10 feet. And they do what? 3 plus, nah, we'll go 1 plus d6 per turn. As far as health, we'll go with 5 HP, make them easy to kill, but have it be that's where they can swarm me with them. Alright, so that's 1. Put the precision at what? Alright, the precision is something I need to figure out. I need to figure out those levels real quick. So, if health is d6 plus, 6 plus 2 is d6, then I'm going to have precision be 6 plus dice roll. Okay, so now that I have that, I can go get that knocked out. So there we go. Now, for no precision at most, because I haven't added precision modifiers to anything, it's going to be 12. That means if I give this a precision of 5 or lower, it's going to be good. All right, so we'll go with precision being 5. That should work. And then, so got that. Their strength be A2. They're not going to be strong. They're going to be. Actually, I'll make the strength of 3. So, there we go. And then after that, we're going to have werewolves. I know, werewolves in space. Get over it. So, the health on this, we're going to make a 10. Right? No. Better than that. It's going to be 12. All right. So, 12 HP. Cannot use weapons. So that's 2 things right off the rip. And contract in the dark. And on top of that, their hands are going to be weapons because, like I said, werewolves in space. I'm trying to make this something just fun for the main part. So, with knife damage, did I already come up with that? Yeah. So, claws do small blade. So, what's been done so far so right now what's been done is got the name, got the dice system, got 3 stats that will be the 3 stats for the game, have 3 choosable characters for playing, have 2 enemies for fighting right now. Have basic weapons laid out. And at this point, I might add a little bit to what I have for the playable characters, but I have enough to be able to at least kind of play test. Now, as far as factions, stuff like that, none exist yet. So let's see. As far as classes, stuff like that, what should there be? So we're gonna go with Scrapper, which is going to minus we're gonna go 3 from precision rolls. So that will help in combat, but that will also help in any storytelling type part that you need, if they're taking part something like that. Let's see. It's gonna half the time to take stuff apart and all that. So that works. All right, to dismantle and repair. Okay, there we go. That works. Gonna keep these real simple right now. So got that. Space stuff loves telekinesis, so we'll put telekinetic. And we will give 2 options. From this, there will be utility, and the other will be attack. So with utility, it's going to be this is not something you can use all the time, so I'm just trying to figure out how often you can use it. I think twice. Not twice, right? I don't want this to be a one where there's magic points or whatever. So I could make it like that. I'm not making it like that. Okay, so yeah, we'll just make this one for fight. So since this is utility, you can roll for alongside another character. So there you go. And keep the battle. So there you go. So now that I got all that, that's not too bad. Oh yeah, other one, talking at a calm. So actually that'll be more psychic. The other one will be telekinetic, but we'll call it psychic. Then we'll go telekinetic. And with this one, cannot use guns. Can pick things up with mind. Like I said, I'm creating this whole thing, so I'm running the whole thing. That's the reason I'm not looking at the screen, but yeah. So, all right, there we go. With your mind. There we go. And use them as weapons. I'm going to put down projectiles. So, believe it or not, just with that, I already have something that's testable. Besides one or two things, it's pretty much to a point where it could be tested. So, need to get movement down. So let me do that real quick. Movement for battle. So human, we'll say what? We'll say 30 in gravity. In normal gravity, okay? And non-normal gravity. We'll say that'll be what? $10 feet. So that might not be the full game, but that just shows you what can be done in a half hour. I can roll, try, not quite, because I need distance on ranged weapons. For there's a gun. Range of 25 feet. That works. So it might not seem like the craziest thing or anything like that, but there is some stuff. Not a lot, just enough to get going. Not a full game, but a good start.